Friday, May 19th, 2023, and here are my 3 free best bets. Let's get it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Noble Living back with another DYF Bets video where I'm breaking down my favorite picks of the day and just trying to help you guys make some money. Now, listen, it's been a week straight of winning plays on the YouTube channel. 7 straight winning days. I guess that means you get to put on the him hat when you're winning so consistently. Listen, guys, we haven't swept the board every time, but we're still winning, and that's the key in sports betting. You don't have to win every single bet. You just need to be consistent and staying profitable and just going over 500. That's all you're going for. Last night we had another 2-in-1 day. Almost was able to sweep the board. We cashed in on the Lakers Nuggets under, no sweat bet there. We hit on the 2-leg parlay plus 100 value there on the Lakers spread and the over in the Dodgers and Guardians game, no sweat there. We did lose on the Blue Jays money line, a tough loss there, but overall, like I said, 2-in-1 day. You can see our year-to-date record right here. We're still running it up. We're still over 500 in every sport. And listen, we're trying to keep this momentum going because I'm just trying to help some of you guys make some money. So this way you can take this extra capital and you can reinvest it in some businesses, reinvest it into your ideas and your hobbies, or even in things like stocks or real estate or crypto. Another way for you to continue to make additional money and income, so this way you can get to that bag. As always, make sure you're liking and subscribing to this channel, as I'm going to start dropping some more betting videos for you, not just these daily betting videos, but also educational betting videos, so you guys can kind of learn what goes into my research process, how I manage my bankroll, so this way I can stay profitable and make money every single day. So let's get into it and let's dive into these best bets. For my first best bet of the day, we're going to the hardwood. I'm going to the NBA for the Eastern Conference Finals. We got the Heat versus Celtics, and I'm taking a spread here, and I'm going to Celtics in the first half, -5.5. The best odds I've seen is -107 on Bet Rivers. Now, you guys know, if you've been tapped into my channel and my Discord group, that I typically don't like to lay spreads that are really large, especially in the first half, but I really have to do it here. Everyone is going to tell you that the Celtics are the play today. They're going to win. They're going to cover. Like, I understand it. I get it. All the numbers say take the Celtics on the spread, but I really just can't get there just yet at a -9, especially pregame. I'm a big live better when it comes especially to the NBA spreads, because you typically can get them smaller. So because of that, I really have to lean towards the other smaller spread here, which is the first half, because I think the Celtics are going to win this game. I do think that they are going to cover, but you can never count out this Heat team, right? They never lay down. They always fight. We saw this in the first game. So you never know. You know, they still might lose this game by 8 or 7, but I think if the Celtics do win this game, they're going to win this game in the first half, and it's going to happen because they jump out on this Heat team early. Besides the one quarter that the Heat just turned up and went crazy in the third quarter of the last game where they scored 46 points, that was really the Celtics game to win. They dominated the entire first half. They won the fourth quarter. They just kind of fell apart and melted terribly in that third quarter, and I expect to see that the Celtics understand the urgency of protecting the home court today. I believe they're going to jump out quickly and fast in this game and in this matchup, and they should be able to cover this spread in the first half. Even if you look at the last game, they were winning at halftime 66-57, which would have been a cover for this. And you know what? I think we see something very similar today. And if you look at back to their last series against the Sixers, Dave, something very similar happened where they lost game 1, and then in game 2 they completely destroyed the Sixers, and they won the first half in that matchup 57-49, which again would cover this spread. So we've seen them do this in the past, and if you look for a trend or an angle on this, over the past 10 years, the home favorites in the Eastern Conference Finals are 21-10 against the spread off of a loss, and Boston is 4-1 against the spread off of a loss during this postseason. So I expect the bounce back to happen for the Celtics here, and I think it's going to happen early. So just because there's too many points to lay in the full game for me, and I think I could get better value live, I think you should grab the first half here at 5.5, as the Celtics should be able to cover this spread. For my second best bet of the day, I'm headed over to the baseball diamond. We've got a full slate of baseball games today starting around 6:30 Eastern time, so I'm super excited for that. And I'm going with the team total here, and I'm going with the White Sox over 4.5 runs. The best odds I've seen is about -125. Now, the Chicago White Sox, they're typically on the other side of the bet slip for me, where I'm typically fading them, but I'm going with them today because they've been red hot against right-handed pitchers all month. Now, we saw this in the last series against the Cleveland Guardians, and with what they did against Shane Bieber, their ace, they got him for 12 hits, 6 runs, and an 8-3 win, and they also destroyed Peyton Battenfield as well, where he gave up 9 hits, 5 runs, and that was a 7-2 win for the White Sox. So they've been getting a lot of extra base hits, they've been hitting a lot of home runs, they've been getting people on base. I'm expecting to see that momentum carry forward today. Why? Because they're facing Zack Greinke on the mound for the Royals, and if you guys have been following the channel, you guys know I've been fading Zack Greinke, especially when he's on the road, because he's one of the pitchers that are the strangest mysteries in all of baseball when it comes to the home and away splits. If you tapped into the channel yesterday, you guys knew I had a few plays with that type of angle, and I want to lean into that angle again today, because Greinke at home, he's super solid, but on the road, he completely falls apart. On the road this year, he has a 7.71 ERA. He's given up 17 runs, 7 home runs, and has a 3.08 opponent's batting average in 18 2/3 innings, all on the road. So those are not numbers of a guy that you want to back, especially when he's away from home. And then we also saw him face this White Sox lineup a little bit earlier this month. On the May the 8th, they faced off, and that start was at home for Greinke, and the White Sox still were able to get him for 4 runs on 6 base hits and a home run in that matchup. Even though they did lose that game 12-5 overall, guess what? They still covered this line here. I'm expecting to see that same trend continue here, facing the same lineup away from home. They've already gone over this total against him once. I'm expecting them to do it again today. And if you were looking for another play in this game, you might want to just look at the overall over, as Michael Kopech is on the mound for the White Sox, and he has not been very good himself. He has a 5.74 ERA. Right now, the line for this game is at 9.5. That's a little bit high, but I do think the Royals can be able to score some runs as well. So you might want to look at the overall over at 9.5. But for me, I'm going with the team total over 4.5 runs on the White Sox, as they should be able to get a few runs off of Greinke, and then maybe even a few off the bullpen as well. So this way we can cash on the second best bet. For my last best bet of the day, I'm going with a 2-team steamer here. So this way we can get to some plus 100 value and help you double your money. We're going with the Rays on the money line here, and we're parlaying that with the D-backs on the money line. And depending on what the odds you get it at, you should get you around plus 111, plus 115 or so, still over plus 100 value nonetheless. So for the first matchup, there is no official line right now for the Rays game, just because of the Brewers are still confirming who their starter will be. ESPN has Adrian Hauser going for the Brewers, and it really doesn't matter who they start, because to me, Shane McClanahan is on the mound, and I'm going to keep rolling with my guy. Shane McClanahan, he's one of the best pitchers in all of baseball right now, probably leading the American League in the Cy Young standings, and truthfully, I'm not fading him, right? McClanahan is 7-0 with a 2.34 ERA this year, and the Rays are also 8-1 on the money line this year in games that he starts. Do I think McClanahan is an automatic hammer? Yes and no. Like, regression is bound to happen. He's not going to stay undefeated, but when you look at the numbers, I don't think that comes into play today. When you look at the home and away splits, at home, McClanahan has been strong. He has a 1.57 ERA at home, while on the road, he has an ERA of 3. And when you look at the opponent's batting average as well, at home, he's been very solid. Opponents are only hitting about .170 at home against him, while on the road, about .230. So the Rays are at home today. They are the better team with a much deeper lineup, and with Hauser going to the mound, who has a 5.19 ERA, it does not scream take the Brewers here. The Rays should be able to get it done on both the run line and the money line, and the Brewers are also coming off a tough series against the Cardinals, where they lost that one 2-1, and they have to travel now straight to Tampa Bay. So give me the Rays at home, the better team, the better lineup, and it doesn't help that the Brewers have struggled against left-handed pitchers as well. And in the second matchup, I'm going to one of the leading candidates in the National League for the Cy Young Award, and that's because I'm backing Zack Gallen on the mound for the D-backs as he faces off against Oviedo for the Pirates. Now, if you've been tapped into the show, you guys know that this is not the first time that I have rolled with Zack Gallen. He's been really good to us so far this year, and I want to keep that momentum going. So far this year, he's 6-1 with a 2.35 ERA, so really strong numbers for the Cy Young candidate. And in his last start, he went 7 2/3 innings. He gave up 5 hits, 2 runs and 6 strikeouts, in which was a 7-2 win against the Giants. So really strong numbers, and I would love to back that again here. We've got Oviedo on the mound for the Pirates, and truthfully, we've been seeing some regression in his game because it was bound. He started off the year really strong, but over the last several starts, he faced the Dodgers, he faced the Nationals, and the Blue Jays, and he gave up 4 earned runs in that matchup against the Dodgers, 7 earned runs, and 6 earned runs, respectively, over those 3 matchups. And in his last game against the Orioles, he only did give up 1 run, but he went 5 innings and still had 5 walks. That is not something I want to see for a pitcher who's lacking control. He's not really being able to command the fastball and as much as he was. He's not as striking out as many batters as he was before. And you guys know this D-backs lineup is one that's going to get players on base. They're one of the top 5 in batting average in all of baseball. They're going to steal bases. They're going to make it tough. And the fact that they're facing an ace on the other side of the mound makes it really tough here to back them. And then also it doesn't help that the Pittsburgh Pirates bats have gone cold this month. They're in the bottom of the league in batting average and team OPS this month of May. So give me the D-backs on the money line, and I'm parlaying that with the Rays on the money line, as we're going with 2 of the best pitchers in both the American League and National League Cy Young candidates who should be able to get it done with their lineups to back them up at home today. Well, that's it for me today, my friends. 3 more best bets for you, looking to finish off the week strong, looking to sweep the week in terms of winning days, and hopefully we can keep the momentum going. Like I said, we've had 7 winning days in a row on the show, looking to make it 8. I only do these shows during the weekday, so make sure you guys are joining the Telegram group. Link is in the bio, so this way you can get my other picks for this weekend, because we do have the Western Conference Finals tomorrow. We also got some more baseball action on Sunday, so you want to make sure that you're tapped into all of those plays this weekend, so this way you can continue to make some money and run it up. And as always, let's make some money, dictate your fate, and I can't wait to see the type of money that you're making out there. Let's get to it, and I'll see y'all on Monday. Later.